Yes, welcome my people. You know what we do weekdays after the event in the evening, we answer questions. So I want to answer questions that when we are on live, some people have my email address. So what they usually do is they usually text me or email me questions concerning the topic of the day. And as usual, I've seen there are some topics here. There are some emails that I've received, and these emails I have to answer them. So let me check. Let me open them. Let me open the email. Let me open the email. I'm opening the profile of questions. I'm opening the profile of questions. I have more emails. I have so many emails. So let me open them. Let me open them. Opening them. I'm opening questions that have been sent in the email so that we can go through together. Some questions are important. When I come online, I receive so many questions. So welcome to the platform, anyone who is seeing where you are. This is Ben, Dr. Ben, and we talk here in Benjamin the Wise Guy. We talk everything medical. So if you are a new person in the platform, please give me a like. Aldo does. What's up? Aldo does is I had a topic on autism and people have asked questions. So I'm coming to the forum to answer the questions that are being asked in my email. So Alkudas, please follow me, like, subscribe, and let's get going. We had a topic that we talked today about autism, and I've received so many messages about autism. So I want to answer those questions. So if you are here and you want to know more about, I'm a doctor and I talk about medical issues. Thanks, Alkudas, thanks. Subscribe and like my channel, Alkudas. Like my channel, subscribe. Okay, there are some questions that I've received in my email about autism, because I talked about autism today and how to diagnose autism. So questions asked about diagnosis, the people asked me questions, and there are some that I've received on my email. I'm going through the questions so that I'll tell you. So I'll go through my email and read some of the questions that people have posed on how to diagnose autism. I come online and I talk about several issues and facts when it comes to medical issues. So this week I've been talking about spectrum of diseases when it comes to the mind, the brain, how the brain functions, how do someone get autism. So when I talked about how to diagnose autism today, I received a couple of questions, and most of them were I was answering them, but I've received some in my email, and those that I've chose some that are in my email, and those ones are the ones that I'm going to, the ones that I've chose are the ones that I'm going to answer. But if you have a question, you can ask any question on my platform. Don't fail to ask any question, because even if it is not the topic that we are discussing, it may be the topic of interest, and it may help someone anywhere where you are. So new people, if you are new to this platform, please, the platform is open. Do what? Subscribe to this channel. You never know what you'll find. I have so many people in my channel that interact and help each other here, and they join hands to do some things. You get, this is a medical platform and mental health platform too. So tell us where you are. Where are you watching from? Where do you have anything that has come up in your life that has made you to change your life because it was a medical thing? You get, have you ever been exposed to something that changed your life? So welcome to the platform. This is Dr. Benjamin the Wise Guy is the platform, and today I'm answering. As people are coming in, I'm seeing more new people are here. Don't just watch and go. Please say something. Come to the platform, come to the chat and say something. Say you're from this direction, you do this, and it motivates us. You get, there are so many people are here that will get motivated, and the social community, the social community will grow. So let's get to the questions that were asked today. Let me read what is in. Onik is here. Welcome Onik to the platform. Onik, welcome the new people to the platform. Tell them to like and subscribe. We want to be big. We want to be that big platform that helps other people and discuss about medical issues. So new people who are watching, Benjamin the Wise Guy is not me, but Benjamin the Wise Guy is this platform that you are looking on right now. It is this platform. So stay around and relax. Don't just watch it. Go faster. Let's see what we do. Interact with the people at the chat. You get, interact with the people that are at the chat. So the first question, let me see this question. Oh, someone is asking, how do you diagnose autism, and where do you relate to diagnose autism? And when I was starting to this question of diagnosis of autism, we said there is no lab works, blood works, or laboratory works, or imaging that diagnose autism. But there is a manual called DMS5. It is called Diagnostic Statistical Manual, Edition 5 of American Psychiatry Association, a group of psychiatrists that sat together and decided these are the guiding rules that will be coming up when it is coming to diagnosis of autistic issues, when it comes to diagnosis of autistic issues. And when they sat down and decided, so what we discussed, if you were not in that program, I'll not go in deep, I'm answering questions. They rely, or that is like where they go, you check the rules of diagnosis of autism. How do you diagnose autism, and which protocols do you use? I'll say it is DSM-5, diagnostic tool for autism, which is called Diagnosis and Statistical Manual Edition 5. There are several editions, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the two core domains required for diagnosis? The two main, someone asked that. When you have seen a condition like autism, there are those spectrum or complications you just see and you know this is autism. Yes, King Ray, welcome to the platform. And then you know this is autism. What are those? I said 3, but most common are 2. Communication, if you have a question you can ask. social communication and interaction, and the other one is restricted repetitive behavior. Restricted repetitive behaviors. Those ones I say, do you remember when I was saying repetitive behaviors? An autistic child can be repeating something several times. Yes. So let's continue. I'm answering questions that I received today in my email address. I received so many questions, and I see. Oh, greetings. Okay. If you are new, this is the platform is called Benjamin the Wise Guy. I'm Dr. Ben. So don't fail to give a like when you are visiting Benjamin the Wise Guy channel. Give a like and subscribe. Hit that subscription button. You never know, you can find something helpful in this channel. Now, those are the two main things when it comes to diagnosis of autism. One, social communication and interaction deficit. A child has no social communication and interaction, and the other one is restricted interaction, restricted repetitive behaviors that this person kind of like keeps on repeating. And the first question was the manual used to diagnose autism, because it's a spectrum of diseases, is Diagnostic Manual, Statistic Manual of Autistic of Psychiatrists. It's called DSM-5 of mental disorders, because autism is just not autism. There are some other mental disorders that are characterized just like autism. That's why we call them spectrum of diseases, several diseases. You get? So that book is a manual that helps us to categorize and know this is autism, this is schizophrenia, this is bipolar, this is. But you see, someone has asked me again, what are the two core domains required for diagnosis? The most important things that you look and you say, oh, this is autism. This is autism. We have said social interaction, social communication, restricted repetitive behavior. They are very important when it comes to diagnosis of autism. Let's check another question faster. Let's check the other question. What are the DSM-5 criteria for social communication disease? Okay, so people are learning. I see people are learning. What are DSM-5 criteria for social communication deficit? This person is asking, when you check at someone who is autistic, how do you say that this one has a problem when it comes to social interaction? How do you say that this one, what do you see so that you check? What we check is impairment of social emotional reciprocating. You remember the first reciprocation of the public when you are interacting with someone and you say, you remember yesterday the person says yes, or you are telling a person hi, say hi. So you are just chilling. Yeah, I'm just chilling, no big deal. You see, that is social reciprocation. When I'm talking, this person is reciprocating and giving me the reciprocation. Welcome to this world. I'm answering questions. Deficit in nonverbal communication. You remember reciprocation, nonverbal communication, where you can tell someone, that is telling someone, please give me that cup, or you're telling someone, just go, or you be mad at someone and looks at your face and see this person is mad. Autistic people or children don't relate to that. They are just living. If he is happy, he's happy. If not happy, not happy. You get? So deficit in nonverbal communication, they don't have nonverbal communication. Difficult in developing and maintaining relationships. But some have this one, where it comes to difficult in developing and maintaining relationship. I may say some have the people they love. Some have the people they love. You get? Some have the people they love. So I'm answering questions about the topic of today. If you are here and you have a question, you are welcome to ask a question. You know, when we talk about communication, and interaction. That is what it is. Let's communicate and interact. Let me get another question that I was asked. I'm kind of like choosing the questions that people are sending me online, so that you can see people are learning. When I'm coming online, even if I are 3 people that are watching, it means people are learning. If people are sending emails like this one, it means I'm trying to help and people are learning. How many repetitive behavior criteria required? How many repetitive criteria? Oh, there is a place we said repetitive behavior, at least 2 or more than 2. And you remember the core criteria that we said. Let me repeat about them. There is something we said before you diagnose someone as autistic. If you are coming in right now, please don't fail to subscribe. Give a subscription. You never know what you may find on this channel. Give a subscription, my friend, and also like, and don't go without telling us where you are from. Don't go without just chat there, tell us where you are from, and ask us a question. Ask the platform a question. What we are doing, what we are doing, and what we are. There is something here. Okay. There is something here. I'm kind of like reading a question that was coming from an email. So new people in the platform, this is a medical, we discuss medical issues here. And in the evening, I answer questions from my email. So today at 4, I had a class, and we discussed about autism, and the question came in about diagnosis of autism. So what I'm kind of like doing is I'm answering those questions that I'm being asked, that I did answer but are in my email. Let me see what there is something. Okay, not this one. Let me see, not that one. There is someone. I'm kind of like finding the questions. There is something very important that I want us to get here. There is something very important that I want people to get here. Okay, not that one. Yes, sir, the Explorer. Doctor, what is up? Explorer, I'm answering questions about autism. I'm answering questions about So if you are coming in now, you are a new person, don't just watch. Leave us with a like and a subscription, man. Leave us with a like about autism. Today, the Explorer, I talked about diagnosis of autism, and people have sent me questions on my email. So I'm kind of like trying to answer those questions. Yes, I'm trying to answer. People want to know about some things. So in the evening, I answer questions about the topics that we have been having. What is OTG? OTG, wait first, OTG concerning, it has a very wide meaning. OTG, it has a very wide meaning. OTG. So there is this thing that we said. Oh, the Explorer, you're talking. You like tech. Hello, said hi. Uku, hi, welcome. No, what you are explaining. Autism is a problem that affects the brain. The Explorer, sorry. Hi, Margaret. Autism is a problem that affects the brain. So we said, when you are diagnosing autism, the children that are autistic, you should have poor emotional reciprocation, non-verbal communication. They are poor, abnormal, or developing and maintaining relationship difficulty. You get? But we have the restricted repetitive behavior, and you should have 2 or more than 1. So the first one that you should look at, social and emotional reciprocation, non-verbal communication, and developing and maintaining relationship. That one a must. So there is someone that has asked here, that has asked, how many repetitive behavior criteria are required? And we said there are supposed to be 2 out of 4, at least 2 out of 4, because when you have seen this child has social emotional reciprocation problem, he doesn't reciprocate, you say hi, he doesn't return. Non-verbal communication is a problem. Those communications that of signs, or you see a person and you know this one is not, and developing and maintaining relationship is a problem. I'm in Uku at underscore Uku. I'm in Kenya. I'm a doctor in Kenya. Where are Uku? Where are you at? Are you in Africa, or which side do you live? Which side do you live? So you should have like repetitive behavior, insistence of same routines, distress routines, and highly restricted interest. You see, so those are the things. Oh, Uku is in Africa. Please don't, Uku, don't live without giving a subscription and the like. You get? So those are the problems that we can like do what? We can like check before we say this person is autistic. So let's go to the next question. The next question says, the next question: at what age is autism reliable diagnosed? At what age is really autism reliably diagnosed? Please bring your questions as I go and check on something. Bring your questions as I go and check of something. As you look on that head, those veins in the head, check on. You get, check on that. I'm going to pick someone. Don't leave. I'll be back just now.
Yes. I'm back, and let's continue. I think, welcome, Dr. Ben, will be here soon. My daughter is here, my sister is here, and everyone is here. Ulku has gone. Ulku, where are you from? Ulku, where are you from? So we are answering questions. And someone asked, what age can autism be reliably diagnosed? What age can autism be reliably diagnosed? We say that when the fetus is growing in the uterus, you cannot know, because there are microscopic cells that are forming the neural tube, and their distractions you cannot know unless this child grows out of the womb. So at the age of 2 to 3 years is when, a two-year child has started walking, has started talking some words, has started Ulku Margaret. Ulku is from Turkey, but he's speaking a language that I'm not understanding. Miss Marie, hello. Yes, so at that age is when you start noticing some problems that are coming out, problems that you are noticing. This one is not normal, because you can only notice when there is a problem at the brain function, when there is a problem at the brain function. That is a question that someone has asked. I don't want to say who has sent the message. What is the screening tool commonly used in toddlers? Tools. We said by first, you check, you physically check, and then there are some charts that we mark and we give even to the caregivers to check. It's like a questionnaire. They mark, and then you return to the psychiatrist. But it's called the M chart. The M chart and RF chart, M chart. When it comes to diagnosis of autism, this diagnosis does not. You cannot take blood. You take to the laboratory, and then it comes positive of. There's nothing we look, because this baby has developed, and when he's developing, there are normal things. The blood has no infection, genetic makeup is okay. So there are so many micro things that lead to genetics. Good ulku, that is from Margaret, that leads to genetics. So the M chart is the tool that you use. It includes, it's like a questionnaire of yes and no. You get, you mark, and it categorizes these children as medium, moderate, or severe. Mild, moderate, or severe. Doctor Ulku is asking if I'm a doctor. Yes, I'm a Dr. Ulku. I'm a doctor from Kenya, and I'm answering questions. Which question do you have that I can answer? If you have any question, ask. So it diagnoses these children under low, medium, and high risk. So that question a doctor can tick, or there is one that a parent or a guardian or is given to go and look as he marks, and then he'll return, and the doctor will say, of course, this is autism that is moderate or severe. You get restrictive repetitive behaviors. That thing so many people have really asked. What is restrictive repetitive behavior? Like hand flapping. Hand flapping, you can't find a person is doing
You get, a person is doing unrocking also. Insistence of sameness, strict routines that are very strict, highly restricted. You get, those are things that we look at. You see. So let me look at that one. I've answered. I've said there is a chart that children caregivers are given. That question from that person. Tools used to diagnose. You cannot get blood or you do an MRI. No, there are tools. These are spectrum of diseases that a child was born with. What is the gold standard diagnostic tools? It is called Autistic Diagnostic Observation Schedule. Just like the other chart, you observe as you mark. We have, what is ADIR? I heard you talking about it. What is it used for? Someone is asking what is AD. It is a structural caregiver interview used to assess development of and history and autism symptoms. You see, ADIR is a structural caregiver interview. Structural written caregiver interview to check the history and autism symptoms. You get, what is required regarding symptom onset. When the symptoms are coming, what are you required to do? Symptoms must be present in an early development period. When a child is starting to develop, you start finding that these symptoms are coming out. You start finding these symptoms are coming, even if it is later. You are not asking questions. Anyone who is here who has a question can ask. Don't just listen. Ask questions. Ask questions. I can see Margaret is saying Saigon, where I know DJ Afro used to tell us Saigon is in Vietnam. Saigon, Ulku. Okay. Let me choose other questions that I was given. What level of impairment is required so that you can get a diagnosis? What level of symptoms can be clinical impaired in social, academic, or occupational function? Straight like that. You get that they are impaired in social and academic. If it is not academic, some of them are so bright. If it is not academic, you find impairment in social life, how they are interacting, how these children are interacting. You get? I think that question, that person who asked it, what level of impairment is required for diagnosis? This is like asking, how bad can be a child so that you can get a diagnosis of autism? I think that is what he is asking. Name one condition to be ruled out. Conditions like, for you to diagnose autism, you can rule out hearing loss because of injury of vestibulocochlear, cranial nerve number 8, or ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disability. It's and others like intellectual disabilities. When you rule out them, then you remain with autism. What are the levels of autism? So that one we talk about. Someone has asked here, what are the levels of autism? So we look at our D, disability statistical manual of psychiatry, DSM-5. It has divided them into 3. Requires substantial support. You remember when we are talking, and requires very substantial support, that is severe. It's like saying mild, moderate, and severe. Requires support, requires substantial support, and requires very substantial support. You break them down into mild, moderate, and severe. Is there a laboratory test to confirm autism? No. That one, I started by saying you cannot do a laboratory test of diagnosing. You see, I'm getting so many emails. Let me see some in my email. Those that don't like texting or asking questions on this. Diagnosis is clinical. Just know there is no laboratory test of diagnosing. Why is early diagnosis important? So that you start therapy earlier. There's anyone with any question, you are open to come and ask any question. Let me get, if there is, I have some questions on the email so that you can see. Let me see some questions that I was asked about. There are so many funny. Let me pick these ones. People, let me read these ones, my friend. People have questions. Have you ever come to Turkey? People are asking questions. Let me get you to this question. Questions are here. I want you to get these questions. Now, these ones are very random, are very funny questions. Let me give you this. These are very random and very funny questions. I'm selecting them. Now, when I was doing autism today, I got some very many questions. Let me, on my email and on my WhatsApp. Now, listen this. Do you think autism is caused by vaccines? No, vaccines do not cause autism. This claim came from no, let me autism do not cause vaccines. We talked about how autism causes vaccines and autism do not cause vaccines. Margaret in Norway, people are confused which language you are talking with. Ulk, and my sister are talking strange language. We are not understanding, but you can. I am in small words. I can see Margaret in Norway. Some people don't have translators. So, have you ever come to Turkey? So, people that are seeing strange language, let me read for you. Margaret in Norway, have you ever come to Turkey? And then Margaret in Norway has told him, I'm speaking in small words. And Ulku is answering, where did you learn that? My sister is a genius. She knows every language. Ulku, my sister is a genius. She knows every language. Autism is a disease that can be cured. No. Now, I ask a lot of questions, Margaret. I am asking a lot of questions, Margaret. Now, someone has asked if autism can be cured. No. It's a neurodevelopment condition. And you saw, we started saying it develops from the implantation as it grows. It is a neurodevelopment question. You get? So let's go on. All autistic people have no intelligence. No. That is no. There are some autistic people that are very bright. IQ option, and I explained it today. Why? Please check on how I explained it. That one I explained in detail. Some have average, some have low, and some have very high intelligence. So the percentage of high intelligence are made. Autistic people don't listen to this. Do you think autistic people feel emotions? What people that are watching me, please help me answer that question, because we have been learning. Do you think autistic people feel emotions? If you are here watching, please help me answer that. Let me skip that, and then we will return to that question. Do you think autistic people? Let me post it. I'm posting that question. That one. Help me answer that question that I've written there. Do autistic people feel emotion? Let me choose another one. Doctor, do you think autism is rare? No, it's not rare. It is common. It is very common, and many people are hiding their children from the world because they don't want to be known. Some people. Listen to this question. I tell you, questions are here. Questions. I think some parents are so bad they mistreat their children and they beat, or some couples are bad, they beat their children. Do you think it causes autism? That one, parenting style does not cause autism because you diagnose after it has started from conception. So any type of parenting cannot cause autism. It is strong genetic and biological. That one I'll answer that. Autism only affects children. No, born with and it is long life. So it affects even adults because you will grow up with autism. Anyone with a question, please help me answer that question that I've put there. Anyone who is watching, help me answer that question. I think all autistic people are same. What do you think about that? No, because they are different, and even we talked about it and how different autistic people are. Genius, moderate, you get the type of nerves that are having problems, you get. Autistic people cannot communicate. No. I think autistic people cannot communicate. Some of them are just like, no, I will not say that. This one has written a very bad. There are some things when you put them as a question, I cannot read them in public because I know it's not good. Some people here have children that are autistic and I cannot read some things. So I'll say autistic individuals can communicate, even writing and assistance of devices. And they grow and they really have even masters degrees and bachelors and PhDs. You get? So people with autism don't have friends. What do you think? No, they have social groups, but the interaction varies. But the interaction does what? Interaction varies. So don't say autistic people don't have friends. They have friends. This one is autism a matter of? I'm reading the questions from my email. Do you think autism is just a childhood thing? No, it's not, because you live with it. Someone has asked me a very funny question here. So you mean autism is a mental illness? Do you think autism is a mental illness? Autism is not a mental illness. Autism is called a spectrum of disease because it is neurodevelopment disorder. It is neuro. Someone has asked me if it is a mental illness. No, it is neurodevelopmental. You have seen how we started, how it develops up to be autism. when you are discussing about talents and geniuses, so all autistic children have special talents? No, not everyone. It depends with your staging. Doc, do you think, I'm reading these questions that you listen. Doc, do you think autism can be outgrown or overgrown? No, it cannot be overgrown. Only the symptoms improve and reduce as you go if you get the right therapies. If you have any question, you can ask my people. You can come on and ask, because it is question. I'm just reading questions that have been asked. This one is the other question that I'll ask. Do you think, can autistic people live independently? It depends with how they live and how they are groomed from childhood, so they can live independently. So those are some of the questions that I've got from my email today. You have seen some are myths, some are facts. So anyone who is in the chat who has a question, anyone who is in the chat and has a question, so those are the questions that have been asked today by the people that are in the chat. So it's the time for you guys about autism. What have you learned? What have you learned about autism tonight? What have you learned about autism tonight? And what do you think about autism? Tell me what you think about autism. Tell me what you think about autism. What do you think about autism, so that we can learn together? What do you think about autism? Help me answer this question. Do autistic people have emotions? No one has answered that question, even one person. That question that I've named, they have posted there. Do you think autistic children have emotions? Do you think autistic children have emotions? Anyone from the group? Or today people don't want to answer questions? Seems today people are tired and they don't want to answer questions. So I've just gone through some questions that I've got from the email, so that tomorrow, as I have a cousin who is autistic and he has emotions. Yes, they have. True, they have emotions. They have emotions. That is very true. They have emotions. That one is already answered. So I've answered those questions, so that tomorrow when I'll be having a topic, we have to manage. Diagnosis you have done, and we have to manage. So we have other topics to do, and I don't want to answer those questions again. I refer people to this, because some people will, greetings everyone in the house. People tomorrow will ask me the same questions that they have emailed me. They answer me again. They ask me again. So I'll be telling them I answer them tonight, because repeating some things, and when you have some topics, it becomes hectic. So Shah Travels is here. Shah Travels, this is that session when he gets emotional, it's very aggressive. Yes, that one is mild, moderate, at doctor, up to again. Shah Travels, I was answering questions that are in my email. Nowadays, people don't ask questions in the chat. Those that have my email, they email me, and I get emails, very many emails. So instead of coming and select Nathaniel Blacko, yes, they do have emotions. Nathaniel, are you new in the platform? Yes, if you are new in the platform, please subscribe and get in touch with the people that are here. Okay, I get you, doctor. So tonight, when I come, I see the emails are so many. I want just to open them. I don't name a person. I answer them, so that when this person will come and review this video, this person will answer her or himself, so that when we start another topic today, we don't have, or would it not matter? Adelmosa is always something else. Nathaniel Block, where are you at, Nathaniel? Which side are you at? The US, the UK, Africa, India? Tell me where you are. Tell me where you are. Or if anyone has a question before I leave, I have 8 minutes to go. I have 8 minutes to go. Anyone with a question that of importance about autism or any other thing that you need to be told or to come up with, please tell me. Anyone with any question? Anyone with any question? Yes, I can see new faces in the house. Welcome everyone. Nathaniel Block, Ulku that speaks the same language as my sister, Adelmosa, always making us laugh. I'm sorry came at the end. No problem. No worries. Jamaica, I'm still here, Dr. Benjamin. Just get the chance to pull over. Okay, no problem. Uncle is still here, always with me, holding my hand. And I can see new faces in the house. Yes, Miss Marie was here. Greetings, doctor. Miss Marie was here. Miss Marie always here, and several people in the house. That is nice. So guys, those were the questions that I was asked today in my email, and people, I think they can be emotional, doctor. Yes, they are emotional. Even you've heard Margaret in Norway saying that she has a cousin that is autistic, and that cousin of hers is very emotional. You get? They are emotional, very true, they are emotional. So guys, when you see does money mean abnormal behavior, violence and things like that? Adelmosa always comes with questions, funny questions, but he's a good person. He doesn't insult or say anything bad to anyone. Adelmosa is a calm person, a very calm person, and that's what we need. But he said he's having mental issues. He said he has mental issues. So let's embrace Adelmosa as I am a kidnapping victim. You see, trauma, a kidnapping victim. You see, that is traumatizing. Then we have something else that we need to talk about. Important. Nutrition. When you have autistic children, be careful with nutrition. Always give foods that have folic acid. Big up Dr. Benjamin and everyone in the house. Gabriel Mwao is here. Gabriel, how is the going? I suffer from amnesia or being constrained. No problem, Adelmosa. We understand you. Gabriel, where are you chilling at, Gabriel? Gabriel, hope you're okay. I've been answering questions from the email, and people have helped me to answer that question that I had posted. The new guys that you're coming in the channel, don't just watch and go. Leave us your subscription so that you can be getting the news in real time. When I'm live, you just see Benjamin the Wise Guy is live. Please come and support him. Come and support Benjamin the Wise Guy. And you know, when you support Benjamin the Wise Guy, things become good on your side. Things become good. If you are a content creator, no, don't help us so that you can also grow. Like me, I usually, if I have time and I see any content creator online with a positive content creator, I follow up and I chat. I always say, no worries guys, I'm in the background watching silently. I'm watching silently when I'm at work. So no questions today. Anyone with any question, or any additive or something that you can add to our topic. I'm giving you a chance to add something in our topic. You see, all these people that you are seeing commenting here have big channels. Sha Travels, Gabriel Mwao, Jamaican Uncle, the Emperor, Jamaican Uncle. All this, Margaret in Norway, all of them have channels. So when you are watching, please do what? Check them out. Check the good content they are doing and subscribe. Me, I usually say, if you watch me and you feel the content is nice, subscribe. Don't leave me without your subscription. Notifications will be coming. Ding. Benjamin the wise guy is live. You see, very important about that. Very important. So anyone who has something to add before I leave, it's already 1 hour. I can see 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go before I leave. I can see we had new people today here in the chat. At least we're getting so many new people, and that is good. So that it means, when I post an email and then I go to my email address and I get emails. Someone has emailed me about a question. It means even after I'm not online, some people go and scrutinize. You are seeing it. Yeah. Oh. Adel Mosa is singing that song, hey, 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 hey. So they want us to feel stupid. You are singing for us, Adel Mosa, hey, hey, hey. So it means the channel is doing great. It is helping someone to understand something that has been giving him or her problems. Okay, Adel Mosa, continue dancing. We feel good when you are feeling good. Dancing and dancing, it's okay. So that is it, my guys. And I have 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Any last question before the minute elapses? Before the minute elapses. Anyone with a question? I see before the minute elapses. Here it is 10 p.m. at night. Today I wanna go home early, and you see, when you meet some content creators online and they are doing good content, don't skip. Go to the chat, say there, I'm here watching, you are doing good. Make them notified that you are there. You get? Let them people grow as others grow. So everyone who has watched me tonight, have a blessed day or a blessed evening or a good night, like the people that are in Kenya, and be blessed. As I missed the lessons, but I'll try and catch up. No problem. Gabriel Mau, bye. See you the other time. Peace, doctor. Peace. Yes. See you guys.